Hey guys, thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. I'm Shelby and this is Keto Made Easy. I am going to be talking about some travel tips. So I just got back from a really long 2-week vacation. It was super fun. It was with my entire family. We actually went through 3 states, saw 4 different coastal beaches. So it was, let's just say, a rush to see everything, but it was amazing. And so I'm excited to share how ketones helped me. And also I'm going to be going off a little bit of the whole ketone conversation and be sharing a little bit of travel tips that I learned along the way. Just because if you're traveling or first time maybe these places that we went, I want to be able to help you save money and time and just kind of give you our experience. So stay tuned. So, I am excited that we are finally home. We went on a 2-week vacation. It was super fun. We actually drove the first half. We went all the way up to Oregon and Washington. So when we left, we decided to leave at like 4 in the morning. I know it sounds crazy, right? So my husband was like, I want to leave really early. I want to be up by 2 in the morning and I want to be out of here by like 4. Well, my plan was to be out of here by 6, but that was okay because I was so anxious and so excited to get on the road and start our vacation that I didn't sleep. And I didn't take my keto calm tea, which I probably should have because it probably would have helped me sleep, but I wanted to make sure I was able to get up at 2 in the morning if that's what he wanted to do. So I did. I got up at 2 in the morning. I got everything ready. I got everything packed. I did my workout, my personal development, and I was ready to go. So we were out of the house and on the road by like 4 in the morning, which was, pretty cool for the kids because what was really funny is my son was like, okay, I'm going to stay up all night so that way I can sleep all day in the car. And so my daughter was like, I'm going to do the same thing. Well, my 15-year-old son ended up falling asleep at 9:30. I woke up at 2 in the morning to get ready, and my daughter was still awake doing cartwheels in her bedroom nonetheless. So she, needless to say, stayed awake all night long and yes, slept all through the ride, which was great because, we didn't hear, are we there yet, or anything like that. But where the ketones come into play, if you are drinking ketones, this is going to be huge for you because I know in the past when I was doing special meal plans, special diets, it was a hectic, stressful, time-consuming, money involved, just everything experience to travel and still stay on that diet or eating plan. So what I've experienced when I first started ketones, I started them on a vacation and it was crazy how easy it was. And so this is my second really long vacation being on ketones. And so I have to say this little packet is a lifesaver. It was amazing. So we woke up in the morning, my husband drove. I had my water, did not have my ketones yet. So I could sleep, got in the car, slept. I did pack snacks for the kids, but I really didn't, have to pack much for myself because before when I was eating out of containers, yes, I had to measure my food and I had to track how much fruit and vegetables and proteins and all of this stuff that I ate. I mean, it was really time consuming of prepping and just making sure that I had an ice chest full of all this food and I was able to take it and I ate it, so it was crazy. So this time what was weird, it was like, okay, I grabbed a thing of nuts, I grabbed some beef jerky, and I was like, all right, if I'm hungry, I'll snack on this. If I'm not hungry, no big deal. So it was pretty easy, pretty chill. We went and did grocery shopping the day before the trip. So it was really different than in the past before I had started drinking therapeutic ketones. So that was the snacks. And of course for the kids, I got them, some more meat and some, little snacky things like that. So on the road, all I did was take my water and my coconut water and mix it with this packet and drink it. And that's all I did. And I continued to stay in ketosis, and I still was able to be awake or, sleep if I wanted to. And I wasn't stressed during the ride. I wasn't worried about where we were going to stop for dinner or for lunch. I wasn't worried about getting all my portions in. It was completely different. All I did was drink my therapeutic ketones, and I felt amazing. So there is one thing though, since I was drinking so much water, because what else are you going to do when you're driving? Especially when you're driving 7 hours, guys. Yeah, 7 hours. So, which was really cool because normally it would take 8 hours to 8 to 8.5 hours to get up there. But because we weren't stopping for food, it made the trip so much faster. And so not only did we save time, but we also saved money, because if you guys travel or if you guys have ever eaten out on the road, you guys know for a family of 4, it gets pretty expensive. And trying to find something that everybody likes, especially in the past when I was eating on a meal plan, like I said, it was really difficult. But this time it was like, hey, no big deal, no stopping for food. I will admit I did have to stop to use the restroom quite a few times, but I drank over 120 ounces within I want to say 5 hours. So, I was chugging the water, which was really, really good for me, especially traveling, because traveling is really hard on your body. So I was continually having it hydrated. I was flushing out the toxins. It was really, really good to be able just to drive, pull off to the side of the road, go to the bathroom. If we needed to stop, get the kids out, they could go to the bathroom. So it wasn't any worrying about, where we're going to eat, where we need to stop, or anything like that. So for me, it was really exciting. And for this, it was also really easy to give the kids in the car too. I just dumped it in their water bottles and they drank it and they got their ketones. So that way I didn't have to worry about them not feeling good or not having the energy for when we got to our destination for being up and in a car for so long. So it worked out great. We actually shaved, like I said, almost an hour and a half off of our drive time. We got to the destination that we were at, and it was good. It was amazing. We got there by lunchtime. So it was like I knew I had my ketones in and I felt good. We could walk around. We even tried some different foods that we had never tried before and fell in love with them. So I just wanted to come to you guys and let you know how easy traveling is when you are drinking therapeutic ketones. Because I hear it all the time about the ketogenic diet, on how hard it is to travel, on how hard it is to stay in ketosis, to find things that you can eat. And one thing that's really cool that I want to remind you guys is that even with the ketogenic diet, it's not on an eating plan or an eating schedule. So if you're not hungry, it's okay to fast. I know people get so scared of that word or so scared of not eating food, but we need to break that cycle, because your body will tell you when it's hungry. It will tell you when it needs those vitamins and that food, but mainly what your body needs is water. So if you are always hydrating and always maintaining the proper water amount, then you will be fine. So that's why I wanted to just throw this out to you guys, that it is so simple to travel with this. It is friendly on the plane. After our drive, we ended up driving back down to San Jose and spending some time with the family and doing all of that stuff. And then we flew to San Diego. So I did the same thing. I packed this on my carry-on backpack. And when the stewardess said, hey, what do you want to drink? I always say ice and the big can of water. And I dump it in my shaker cup and I shake it up right there on the plane and I drink it. So it is so nice not to have to worry about what you're going to do, where you're going to eat food, how you're going to get this in. So unlike shakes, when I was drinking shakes before, I had to pack my blender, I had to pack, my spinach, I had to pack my shakes. So it was a huge, big entail. And I'll never forget, we were at Disneyland about 3 years ago, and my whole family, I had them drinking these shakes. And so we had to pack the shaker, we had to pack the blender, we had to pack all this stuff. And as we were coming back, returning from Disneyland, our suitcase was over because of the blender. The blender weighed too much. So it was like, if I didn't have to take that blender, then we wouldn't have been over the weight and my mom wouldn't have had to pay $75 for the extra weight on the suitcase. So I just want to tell you how easy this is just to pack. It doesn't weigh anything. So it's super simple. I actually packed a big bag of this stuff to last us the 2 weeks. I took what we needed for each trip and the rest of it just stayed with the car. So what I didn't need, it just stayed there and it's perfectly fine. As long as it doesn't get wet in the package, you're good to go. So I was really excited to share this with you guys on how easy traveling is and still staying in ketosis. And what's really cool too is depending on where you're going, you can maybe find some kind of cool drink like, pina colada, and you can mix, your blue ocean in it. For me, I had the lime and I love the lime with coconut water. So I was getting my extra hydration with my coconut water plus my ketones. And it was super simple to go to Safeway, or it was called the Vons down there, but to any supermarket and get coconut water and just dump this in there. So it was super simple. If I didn't have my coconut water, all I had to do was just buy regular water or go fill up my cup with ice and water. And that's a lot of what I did. Like when we were at the attractions, we went to like SeaWorld, we went to Legoland, we went to all of those places, the zoo, and I would just take my shaker cup and I'd go up and I fill it with water and ice, and I would dump my ketones in it. So not only was I saving calories and toxins by not getting, a soda or having to buy a water bottle, I had my shaker cup with me and I had my free water and my free ice, and I would dump it in there and I had my ketones. So it is very simple to travel and still be in ketosis. And one thing that is so important while traveling is to maintain that good mood, to maintain your better sleep, to maintain your energy. Because when you're traveling, you're going 24/7. I think I was up basically almost the full 2 weeks at like 6 in the morning, and we didn't stop till about 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night. So, that's a full long day, and most of it was walking and going. So to be able to maintain that energy and the focus and a good mood and all of that for my kids was amazing. I have to tell you, just being able to do this and see my kids and the joy on their face that mom can stay with them as we walk, 5 hours, 6 hours in the zoo, as we spend all day walking around SeaWorld, it was really, really nice to not have to worry also about what food we ate. Like if they wanted a corn dog, okay, sure, have a corn dog. I wasn't strict to whatever I wanted, I could have. So it was really, really amazing. Again, I cannot express how easy it is to travel with therapeutic ketones and still stay in ketosis and have the amazing brain function, the better mood, energy, and yes, even fat loss on vacation. So if you guys would like some more information on this, you can check out all the links down below. Or you can always email me at shelbyburtonfitness@gmail.com. I would love to answer any questions that you may have and hook you up with a 5 or 10 day to see what flavor is good for you and if this will work. So again, traveling with this was amazing. I really enjoyed it, and I can't tell you, I came back feeling so much better because I was still in ketosis. All right, you guys have a wonderful day.